Hello, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds, where we have entered the Rizzo secret laboratory, and our dearest friend Sam over here had a nice chat with this mechanical guardian, so that I can walk freely around the place, apparently. Well, except for the mantisaurs and other living things, but mostly free. So, kudos to Sam. Nice job. And that was my way to go around the mechanicals, but I don't have enough plasma cutter gold. Is this like hunting rifle ultra, but bruh, it's not even modified, but it has already much better damage than stun baton ultra. The only thing, you have 5, you have 4. You're getting swapped. Sorry, but 390 damage per second? Like, it's out of discussion. Are you having an N-ray? Ooh, but just 49. Yeah. Uh, Sketchy. Oh, precious suit. What's so sketchy about it? Maybe because it's Marauder. Okay, network terminal. Personal messages on Rizzo time will result in a mandatory deduction from your monthly candy fund. Signal ADA to land on the Cascadia pad. Okay. Messages. From redacted subject, see you on the station. To Chartrand E. You will not see me, but I will be close. Continue your research, Doctor. Report to me when you have achieved a mission end state. I understand we are bound for a secondary lab. Will you be supervising our research this time, or will it be the standard work from the Shadows routine? Too foul. Subject getting there. Thank you for your optimism, Lore. What we are doing isn't easy under the best of circumstances, much less with the board cutting corners. I can promise you that our research will lead to a better house soon, even if we have to pay a terrible cost getting there. They're talking about some grant things. Interesting. Effects of O2 rationing on native fauna. You have your orders, Doctor. Your project is too important, too sensitive to allow any hint of it to reach the public. With all respect, I urge you to reconsider your decision to classify our research results on the native fauna on Terra 1. I assure you that we will diligently redact any references to our project or its purpose from any papers we release. We have made several discoveries about how the terraforming process affected the nuclein of the Raptidon and Menti families. At the very least, allow us to inform our fellow board researchers that these creatures will perish when O2 concentrations are reduced to 19.5%, a level within human tolerance. This is not about fame or prestige, this is about potentially saving lives. Please. Feels like this might be important because 19.5, if I remember this number, maybe I can find some kind of environment terminal around here and deal with the with local creatures swarming the web, right? Success. Search fuel controls. The closest functioning terminal with refueling authorization is located above the Flavor R&D lab.
Captain, I've touched down on Cascadia's landing pad. You'll need to connect the storage tube to a fuel system, and then initiate the transfer from an authorized terminal within the lab.
I have somebody dead ahead of me. Maybe further beyond this door. Okay, that's another room. And they can't see through the glass as far as I'm aware. Do you see any terminal that we might use to deal with the creatures? Why did I take an energy canister? Okay. Never mind, I guess. Yeah, they absolutely cannot, right? That is very nice of them. That would be a workbench. Interesting, we might check it a little bit later. There are quite some mines in this direction. That would be this big room with a lot of so far living beings around. This seems like sealed or barred, of course. So,
Not insured.
I thought I'm safe when they stop screaming at me. I was not safe. And I thought you are on my side. This lab is in a very bad shape. Ow. Oh, and then there is a mine. Oh, goddamn.
Entering quiet mode.
Okay, I'm here. Okay, got it. So, this hallway is not very promising to me. So let's start maybe here. Yeah, just a storage room. Okay.
Unit is not insured.
There is some terminal up there. That is interesting. There was a no door on this side, right? Right. Alright. Ah, god damn it.
Bag required.
That's the last of them.
Yeah, it's a refueling system. Okay, so that is my endpoint.
Entering quiet mode.
Not the thing that I originally searching for, right? Alright. So far so good, I guess. We did find some other terminal. Ah, what is it? Ah, okay, you're just suffering on this way as well.
Cap, we can use this ventilation system to solve our bug problem.
Yes, we Canada. I'm listening.
Manosaurs need an oxygen-rich environment, more than we do. We drop the oxygen levels a bit, we can suffocate them. Here, see? Done. Won't be but a minute before they're all rolling around, desperately trying to figure out why they're dying and why they can't stop it.
That is really a dark image. But how do you know that?
The more you study your prey, the less chance they surprise you. And I hate surprises.
Oh, I can respect that.
Neutralized.
And here, look, they do give me bonuses for enemies, right? How does that work? So maybe because I started dealing with marauders, and then oh, this way, yeah. So maybe I just started shooting the marauders back then, and then I used and that was a shortcut. Okay, got it. And maybe that was the reason why they did not give me any experience points, because, well, you started shooting them, so shoot all of them. No takesy backsy, I guess. Alright, well, never mind. In any case, we did what we wanted to. Before I go to the fueling terminal, however, I'm interested in this room. Ah, did you eat a terminal? You bastard. There might have been something interesting there, and you just ate it. Well, alright then. Huh? Dr. Thomas Linwood Ryall in gratitude. Okay. Notice testimonial. You didn't have to go this far to get out of paying that bad bet on the Darlings. I mean, you gave me 6 years to pay you back the last year's championships. I told you you were right. I had your back. We could have drawn straws or something, but you went off and did it, and you didn't even tell me. This shouldn't have happened, man. You earned
Gotta
better.
admit, I ain't got a lot of sympathy for someone willing to experiment on themselves. Or any person, really.
I'd like to think you'd be happy about the data I recovered. These days, I'm mostly thinking about how you should still be with us, and we should have had more support from board, and no one should have ever needed to take such a crazy, stupid, brave risk. I don't know if your folks will ever get to see you, but I made sure you were all tidy. Small stitches. Ever put you in your best suit? Did it herself, alone, said she owed you. See you in equation, Tom. We miss you. That's actually a very nice one. You were an excellent chimerist and a credit to our team. Upon our return to Byzantium, I will file to have the copyrights for our work made in your name. The companies will own them, but your name will be on every legal filing. People will see it and perhaps think of you. I hope this adequately communicates the depth of my esteem. I will forever appreciate your efforts to improve communication between myself and the rest of the team. I do not believe I will drink vodka again, however. Tom, as your manager, I'm supposed to review your achievements and history, holding up examples of important milestones that emphasize your ability to work with and sacrifice for the company. Even when we die, it's all how much did you make for us? Everyone here knows what we're up against and how long we have. You knew better than anyone. The way you talked about the lives we forget in passing. The dog walker who kept a red kerchief in one of your pockets and you wondered why. The server at the bar trying to read a book on the sly until our order was up and you wondered what it was. The walker who swept the roads but when she found a dead spread stopped to bury it. I didn't notice half the lives around me until you'd point out the little things that made each one unlike any other you'd met. I have to live long enough that I can shout your name at Byzantium, tell everyone what you did for them, because I could write for 40 days and nights and not tell a tenth of the little things I saw in you. Who was this guy? Is that hole in the wall? Executive Research Focus Group. Authorized user Chartrand. Research notes tissue compatibility acceptable losses. Chief concern is rejection of the tissue, a problem as classical as limb transplantation, though obviously on a cellular level. The scale of the problem, though, even without Avita bolstering our efforts, an achievement of such proportion has never been attempted or even considered. How do we define a tolerable failure rate when the losses could swell to affect millions? Even 1% is unthinkable. I have much to consider. Transfer to secondary site. The project has been reassigned to a secondary lab. I'm told the board is pulling out of Terra 1 and don't even have time to transfer our research. For once, I'm grateful our labors didn't make significant strides here. I won't forget Tom's sacrifice. Up until the end, we knew it had to happen. If it wasn't one of us, the board would have volunteered inmates from Tartarus. I'll be sure to carry his example to the new lab and the next phase of human trials. Okay, so the guy sacrificed himself for science. Is that what the terminal tells me? That's how I interpret what is written.
Nice work, Captain.
Stun button. Outro. Wait, so I have an outro. I just hear some sounds.
If only they were always this easy to kill.
and I'm concerned that someone is alive. Out-of-vita gas capacity. Wait, I thought we need another terminal. But seems like we need this one. Huh? 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 Christ, what is going on here? I'm so inclined to make this jump, but I know that I will probably not make it. So, hold on a minute. Well, that is probably how they got in the lab, okay. But then we have this terminal up here. There might be multiple terminals. There might be. That would explain it.
Nice work.
Connection established with northern landing pad, running diagnostic, landing pad occupied, tramp freighter unreliable, fuel pumps disconnected. Logs. Animal trials. Tom was skeptical that animal trials would yield good data, but I wanted to start small. I wish someone had thought to pack a breeding stock of fruit flies from Earth. Writing them off as mere pest species has limited our research efforts more than once. With approval from CNP, I've made arrangements to peruse the Boast factory near Fallbrook. Cyst pigs mature reasonably swiftly. I feel this is the best option available to us. I've done great things with cyst pig engineering in the past. Of course, my current project is far more difficult than merely enhancing the baconated flavoring of cyst pig tumors. Let's see if I can make a lightning strike twice, this time on alternate tissues. The board has repeatedly denied my requests for data from the other teams investigating the issue. I'm guessing their efforts have progressed no further than ours. There is some good news. We'll be heading to a town called Cascadia. Apparently Rizzo volunteered to provide web space. We could use a change of scene. I'll ask the movers to handle this terminal with care. I'm starting to have doubts that animal testing will yield us the results we seek, but succumbing to pessimism helps no one. Can I align fueling system? Yeah. Initiate transfer. This terminal does not have administrative permissions required to transfer out-of-vita gas. Access is restricted to the Executive Research Focus Group terminal located in R&D labs.
All this machinery is making me a mite nervous.
And that's how and why we need another terminal. Connect storage tanks to the landing pad refueling system. Landing pad occupied, refueling system aligned, gas flow failure. Fuel type mismatch, safety protocols engaged. Please send a support ticket to your local engineering department. Thank you. I certainly like override safety protocols, but I also have engineering test. Well, it's interesting that the hack is marked as if it will be my companion, right? How does that look like? Uneventful.
Ding! Job complete. Moving on to the next task.
Okay. That actually worked. mind control ray. The aptly named Mind Control Ray fires a continuous beam at targets that overrides synaptic nerves as well as automechanical behavior protocols, causing targets to attack their allies instead of enemies. Increasing your science skill improves the movement and attack rate of those controlled. So basically it messes up and they begin to attack each other. Got it. Let's see. So last time, if I remember correctly, I have finished pumping up melee, so now I have power attacks. Let's see. I would like to have science to 80 as well. Science 100 sounds very nice. Reduced tinkering cost to minus 90. But we have 6 points available. And we can put yeah, let's put, wait, what? I had 6 points available. Oh yeah, I'm just very bad with math. Let's do this, this, and a little bit of this. I know, not very impressive, but let's roll with it. So cool. And that should lead me back to Cascadia. But where will I exit? Well, I only hear living beings, like not the marauders. That is somewhat nice.
Job assessment. It's a mess.
This is what you get when a corporation takes a dump and walks off without cleaning it up.
Oh. Well, I wanted to end up on that side of the station. I cannot argue with that. Star-crossed troopers. It's Nyoka's quest, yes. Slaughterhouse Clive, yes. Yeah, okay, these two. Maybe I'll go to Fallbrook and then from there I'll walk back to Cascadia. But since we're here, let's explore these buildings, shall we? Steno. Powered entirely by hate. Health 7,000. And a Mantiqueen to add insult to injury. Ryall has an itch it cannot scratch. I will not be even looking in this direction. And there is my ship though. God! Okay. Let's chill. I mean, we have sneak 100. They simply cannot notice my smooth moves. I think they are noticing that alright.
Done quiet.
This terminal is the sole property of Zora Blackwood. Access by any person other than her is unauthorized. Okay. Let's see. April 27th. Something stinks about these evac prep procedures. I know the Pteras were expensive, but shipping them out of here isn't going to be easy. Even the hunters are recommending we let them loose outside the gates. I don't get why we are taking them with us anyway. Someone up the chain must really believe in the project. I'm copying my meeting notes for posterity. I still can't shake this feeling that they're hiding something. Called the meeting to discuss preparations for our imminent departure. Platitudes, assurance that nobody is being fired, explains the job await us all on Terra 2. More platitudes, top management is very pleased with Project Terra and wants to ensure its assets are preserved. McClure, so the project isn't being scuttled? No, just moved off Terra 1. But how will we transport the Pteras? Hunters will assist us in safely moving them onto the shuttle. It was hard enough getting them into the cages in the first place. What about the Raptidons? We've seen more and more around town. Assurances that the Raptidons are not interested in the Pteras, but the Hunters are saying, no more about the Pteras. Floor is now open to general questions. How many shuttles are incoming? We don't know, at least one. One isn't enough for all of us, plus the damn Pteras. Let's worry about that when the evac arrives. Looks like we're out of time. Thanks for coming, everyone, and keep up the great work. Shuttle landed on the pad. We started moving Ptera cages. Some of them broke. Birds everywhere, talons everywhere, even the clipped ones. Turns out they can run. Who knew? Then the rats got in. I don't know how. Must be a hole in the wall somewhere. Maybe they can dig. They were all over the Pteras at first, and then us. Sumner and the other upper management were already on the shuttle. Rats got near the pad. Someone panicked. They left us. Void take their black hearts. They left us. Got a few homes stabilized, but it isn't going to last. Rats everywhere. They caught scent of what's in the bottling plant and now they're nesting. We need to move. Going to have to book it south across the bridge. Cordon off half the town. I've been trying to hail corporate, but none of my messages are getting through. I don't think help's coming. Cecil insists corporate wouldn't abandon us, but I saw that shuttle. There wasn't enough room for us and the birds. Someone up there made a decision and it wasn't for our well-being. Rotten bastards. I make it out of this mess, I'm coming for them. That was worth it. That's a big mantipilar. What else do we have in here? Not much. Not in this direction at least. Huh. You're literally everywhere, right? Christ almighty. This is a horrible place. Easy as that, just horrible place. Oh Warden, in this place we have Mantiqueen. Sheesh, is there any decent way? At least Stana is asleep. Stana is not asleep anymore. Yeah, that was not very thought out plan, which somehow worked. I mean, apparently it was better than facing the Mantiqueen. Not sure that it was better than facing the Mantiqueen by a big margin though. I know that I'm going back to her, but I just need to see how the stuff is looking around this place. Like if there was other approach, you know? Yeah, you probably... Alright, so if you stay outside of the walls, you can safely circle around the Mantiqueen. And then almost without any resistance whatsoever, any suspicion or whatnot, just make it all the way to here. Purpleberry Police. Wildlife Examination Report. A report written by a Rizzo wildlife specialist regarding Project Terra. It lists concerns that the higher than average volume of Terra ray corpses may be attracting local wildlife. Combined with the alluring purpleberry aroma coming from the Cascadia bottling plant, the engineer worries that raptidons may be encroaching ever closer to the bulls. Though the walls are theoretically sound, the engineer warns that they're relatively shallow and that particularly clever raptidons could possibly dig beneath them or find their way into the chemical waste pipes. We've seen a big hole in the R&D lab. Ooh, hello there. So yeah, some more raptidons over here on that side of the landing pad.
I need to never turn my back to you.
I mean, it was a rabbit. I'm just like helping it out.
Can I actually order one of those diet soap capsule packs through you?
This unit has exhausted its library of pre-approved responses. Resetting library now.
It's real fortunate that you're useful in a fight, you know?
Back to the ship. So, I am thinking that I need to stash my science weapons because I don't see much point of just taking them around for a spin. I wonder, like, it says gold, but there is this frame. Is it because it is selected? So if I do this, yes, it is because it is selected. Okay, got it. Never mind. I need to sort through my armor because, oh, it's pristine as well. Because I don't like carrying heavy armor like this, so it weighs 5, right? I also not very hanged up on the idea of wearing, holding two heavy helmets like this that weighs 1, because yeah, there was one that's 0.1. This is much better, but yeah. Yeah, I need to clean again my Mr. Ouch, Mr. Power. And no harsh grip. No harsh grip at all. I like, come on. Did I do something wrong to you? Like, what the hell? Oh.
Our fuel cells are now primed with Alta Vitae gas. As the organics say, let us hope we do not explode in transit to the groundbreaker. Welcome back, Captain.
Can you tell me
How can I be
something
of
about this
assistance?
gas or something? Okay, let's try
What's
this.
that?
Okay, let's ask about the favorite one.
Define favorite.
Oh, that's such a diplomatic answer. Let's go with someone you like the most.
I see. In that case, my favorite is Sam.
Ah, that's understandable. Are you keeping any secrets from me?
What do you mean? Do you have any examples of secrets you have kept from me?
Uh, Secrets me? Keep them from you? That's crazy.
I do not extrapolate data from subtle implications very well. Please elaborate.
Oh
If
crap.
you mean, do I know that you're a survivor from the Lost Hope? The answer is yes.
Okay, that's not a
I
secret.
have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself.
Ah, You are clandestinely plotting to take over the Halcyon system.
How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment.
Are you sentient?
What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses, with no fundamental consciousness. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear.
That's off enough. Let's not poke the true feelings. I mean, it might be worthwhile to investigate this topic, but maybe sometime later. So first, we transfer all the mods, and they take a significant amount of my inventory apparently. Like it was what, 40 kilos? Sheesh. I would like to store you, um, maybe you. Nice hat, I will leave it because, I mean, it's a nice hat, it's in the name. Let's store all of you guys. And the candy cane as well. The Hammer of Olympus, yes, and Thunder. And we're down to 44. That's actually very nice and very manageable. Oh, yeah, I don't think there is anything new. Let's go through the crew quarters. Of course, Nyoka is messing with booze.
Don't move, you got a little bit of sick in your tread. There, spick and span. Next time you find Nyoka fixing to barf, you come get me. I'll make sure she hits the... What did I tell you about stealing? Oh, hey, Captain.
Engine temperature is in the normal range.
The dust back casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. But I'm gonna be strong. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain.
You're most welcome.
Well, I was gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain.
Ah. You have anything in particular in mind?
I don't have a head for fashion, and I can't really picture myself in something clean and pretty. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Joliker's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect at a place like that.
You know we can't get into Byzantium, right?
Not today, no, but maybe someday. I know this is all a little crazy, Captain, but I think it's gotta be this place. I saw the lady who runs it on Aetherwave, and, well, she made everybody she dressed feel better. Confident.
Alright, we'll swing by when we can.
Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot, but you help me out every time. You're the best.
That I am.
Scanning for C2. 5, 4, 7. Grade-rated contaminants.
Good work, Sam.
Thank you, customer. Sam, merciless on germs.
It's so stupid, but it just puts a smile on my face. I don't need to talk with anyone else, right? Yes. So, what we can do is switch the pad, right?
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain. Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
I can't promise you that. Well, Nyoka is local, Sam is Sam, so let's go with that. I would like to also pick up some ship decorations that I skipped. However, right now I only remember the location of one of them.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be cleaner, fancier. It most certainly does not.
Damn it. I mean, I could have expected that, I just did not notice this person sitting right there.
Course routed.
Okay, now two of them react. Oof.
Like a wrapped among the rocks.
Course routed.
Hey, you! What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
Don't make me warn you again.
It will still decrease my reputation, however, right? But by me a couple of points, if I'm not mistaken. So if I go character reputation, sublight, salvage, and shipping, yeah, it's 20 and 1. Oh, I remember the other one now. Yeah. There is no way in heaven I can steal it without anyone noticing.
Hey, I saw that. What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want.
Next time, don't go acting all suspicious.
Now it should be 2, right? Still 1. Huh. Okay. Catherine.
Please say the Yoda corpse you're wearing is Clive's.
Yep.
Not much boast to that declaration. Am I to take that to mean you didn't kill him?
They say discretion is a virtue.
You ain't wrong. But I prefer a man of vice, myself. Still, this ought to compensate for your troubles. And take an aromatic. You stink like Sisty Pig.
The marauder who killed your supply runners got what they deserved.
See, this is why I like you, fella. You make exchanging blood and bits so damn delightful.
That's enough for now. Oxycamp aromatic. Some helm. And of course some beads. And now it was 20 to 1 and now it's 58 to 1. Damage to creatures plus 25%. What's the double oxygenated energizing spray? Okay. Now I believe we are done over here. And the next place we go shall be well, I could little memento. Remind me of that one. Oh, return to Ash. Well, it is on my way. So let's go to Ember Heights.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay? Awesome.
Let's see if we can make it to Ember Heights to submit this quest, and then we will probably wrap the episodes.
Vacuum pack full. Emptying sack and replacing filter now.
There is supposed to be marauders on this way. Yes. Of course there are. But we also know that we can walk around them. Ooh.
Avoid contact with eyes. Liquid is caustic.
I hear acid baths are all the rage in Byzantium. Anyone fancy a bit?
Oh, I actually just arrived. Nice. is all the way to
Disarray
the
level
left.
analysis. Utter and total chaos.
Is her name is Zora? Her name is Zora Blackwood.
I'm drinking here. Move yourself on. Nothing on this moon for nobody. There's a lot of heartbreak.
I found Lamont's body.
You know, a tiny part, a damn stupid part of me hoped he was still out there. What happened?
I don't remember details, like it happened in some past episodes, so I don't remember the details. But yeah, let's go with option 1.
Damn. Well, you find our box of memories?
Yeah, the thing is, I found a list of agents in that outpost. You aren't on it.
Well, ain't you clever? Fine. I was supposed to pick him up that night. Thing is, another offer came along. Bit more lucrative.
Let me guess. That's not a box of memories.
Surely ain't. But it'll buy me some better ones. Look, I like your gumption. I was gonna share the bits. Here's a couple extra. Now go on. Leave an old man to his past.
Alright, I'm going. I believe that I have a marker pointing to Graham, because I can talk with him about not messing up the frequency, right?
Ah, hello. You're still alive.
Hiram needs you to stop using Devil's Speak.
Stop? No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous campaign of propaganda against their people.
You really think the board's going to let its citizen listen to your propaganda?
They can't be everywhere at once. Surely there are radios that still catch our message here and there. Surely.
Let's use my science skill.
Spreading the truth and saving the colony is paramount. I will not stop pursuing this. However, perhaps we can do that more effectively with the printing press. Once we get that up and running, I'll consider calling an end to our broadcasts. Why have you come?
Okay. Just out of curiosity, does Zora have anything to say about it?
What? Sorry. Long day. Nice day, huh? The monarch, anyway.
Now, we will stop here, and the next episode we'll go with the commuter. And after the commuter, we return to the Stellar Bay to complete some of the quests over there. And maybe, given my harsh attitude towards cannibals, maybe we will revisit this area over here. But that will be it for now. I'd like to say thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. If that's the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.